That was the only time my dad said to me, well done, so...
How does that one go?
I'm not that daft.
Alan, mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
By the way, you're in Newcastle, why not?
So how does it feel, obviously, having the international series here at Close House?
It's amazing, great for the North East, great for Close House. It's great that it's a fantastic field, so we can all come and watch over the next few days and see how it's done.
Absolutely, and what's your handicap?
7.
Decent, and the best score you've shot around here?
I was level par once, but that was a few years ago.
Lovely stuff,
Yeah.
difficult course as well.
It is.
Obviously, big reason you're here, the Alan Shearer Foundation. What's the main aim?
To raise as much as we can. I mean, it's tough times at the minute, so people are really generous. So for the international series and the Asian tour to come in and say they would sponsor my foundation is amazing. So we try and give everything away for free, the sensory units and the hydrotherapy pools and everything else, and the living quarters. So it's an amazing place and not too far from here.
Excellent, and obviously there's an initial $25,000, I believe, and then obviously whatever we raise.
Fantastic,
to
amazing.
So
it's amazing, so generous. So yeah, it's great that they've decided to team up with ourselves. So really appreciate it.
moving on to football, what's the most memorable moment of your career?
Probably, and I was lucky enough to win the Premier League, lucky enough to have the record for Newcastle and for the Premier League. So, but I think breaking Jackie Milburn's record here at Newcastle, he was my dad's hero. And that was the only time my dad said to me, well done, so I must have done something right.
So if you could play around with any footballer in the world, dead or alive, doesn't matter, who would you be?
Any footballer?
Any footballer.
Well, actually, I played with one of the best amateurs I've played with for a while in the summer. I played in Portugal with Jimmy Bullard.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's off +1 or +2. He's a great swing. And it's not only about golf with him, it's actually you have a bit of a laugh as well, which is important, isn't it?
And Newcastle fan?
Absolutely.
Lovely, and where do you think they're going to finish this year?
Well, if we finished like we did last year, 4th or 5th, that should be enough to get us into the Champions League. 5th spot this year, depending on what teams do in Europe, and that'll do me.
Obviously, brilliant career. Who was the most influential person?
My parents were. They sent me off down to Southampton at 15 to learn my trade and learn the game, and that was probably the best thing I ever did.
Excellent. And just lining it up a little bit, go-to karaoke song.
All night long, Lionel Richie.
How does that one go?
I'm not that daft.
Lovely. 3 words that your family would use to describe you?
Hard-working, punctual.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
1 piece of advice that you give to a 15-year-old you?
Never give up.
Cool. Any golf superstitions?
No, I don't have any. I just go out and rock out and play. I don't take it that seriously, to be honest. I'm not like the big lads. It doesn't depend whether I get paid or not, so it's slightly easier for me. So I just go out and try and have a laugh.
Is there anything that you wouldn't wear on a golf course?
I'll try. I'm not sure I'd wear some of Poulter's gear, but I wouldn't look as good in it as he does.
All good. And if you could change one thing about your golf game, what would it be?
Get rid of that little fade that I've got.
1 club in your bag that you can never change.
What do you choose? More out with my wedge.
And your favourite golf brand?
Got to be Callaway.
And who do you think is going to win the International Series England this week?
I've got to say Westy, haven't I? He's hitting it really well at the minute. I don't think he's missed a fairway all afternoon, so...
I think we'd love to see it.
I would be
Good
great.
luck today. Thanks for that, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Legend.
Thanks, guys.